let's solve and graph this absolute value inequality. So when you have an absolute value like this, which is eating the absolute value, that means it's an OR problem. And so I always teach my students to just write the problem again without the absolute value sign on the right side, and then change it to the answer to the negative. And whenever you change the negative, you have to flip the sign.
Okay.
And flip it, and then write it like that. And now solve each side. So I'm going to multiply by 3. I don't have to flip the sign because I didn't multiply by a negative. Now I'm going to add 6, and I'm going to divide by 2. So there's one side. Or do the same thing the other side. 2x minus 6 equals 6. Greater than or equal to 6. 2x is greater than or equal to 12. X is greater than or equal to 6. And so it's an OR problem. So this is what I have. Here's 6. It's a closed circle, and it's going to the right. Here's 0. It's a closed circle, and it's going to the left. And let's just check to make sure this works. Plug in 0 here. You're going to get negative 6 over 3, which is negative 2. Absolute value of negative 2 is 2. And that's what you should get. You should get that number over there.
Okay.
Plug in 6. Plug in 6 here. It's 12 minus 6, which is 6 divided by 3 is positive 2. Absolute value is 2. That works. So I know I did it right. Now let's see how we write it with interval notation. So to write, I like just to look at my picture, and then I just write it. Because I can see with that picture, it's going to go from negative infinity to 0. Does it include it or no?
Yeah.
Yep, it includes 0, so I put a bracket. You never put a bracket next to
that's
negative.
what I was confused this whole time about, because I'm like, well, it's greater than or equal to.
Union
I like feel so
from positive 6, including it, that's why it's got the bracket, to positive infinity. And again, never put a bracket by the infinity, because the infinity is not a real number. And there's the answer in interval notation.